I know some of us, if you've got a good heart, sometimes you sit there and think, like, why do people see me like this? Why do people treat me like this? Like, why? All I want is good for people. All I try and do, all I have is good intentions towards people. But I always get this hate, envy, and jealousy and them sort of things. And I just want to remind you that it's not really you. You're not the problem. And you got also these people that are hating and jealous of you. You gotta see past that. It's not really them. It's the spirits that's behind them, that's influencing them. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's not. It doesn't like what you do. It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't like you. The spirit that you have within you. So you just gotta remember that you're not the issue, and you gotta stay away from these sort of people, where your energy doesn't feel right anytime you talk to them or anytime you're around them. So that's just what I'm going to speak about today on Chris Speaks. Hey, brothers and sisters, it's your boy Forever Blessed Chris, and welcome to Chris Speaks. I remember the other day I was speaking about Jacob and Joseph, and I realized that I didn't really touch on the Joseph story, because Joseph's story is very important. It's one of the key. He's one of the key characters that, I love reading and talking about, because what he went through, for us chosen ones, that's the sort of things that we go through. Not only chosen ones, but someone that has a good heart and a pure heart, that's amongst your friend group, amongst your colleagues at work, amongst your family, especially if you've got a good heart. You don't want to go around accusing people of, being a hater or, despising you. So you just tend to think, okay, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm overthinking it. And even though it's clearly showing that, they're clearly showing the hate towards you. Sometimes they'll give you a sly comment and it comes with a little laugh at the end of it. And it's like, that's like the envelope. It's like, the envelope is them laughing, and then they deliver it to you, and then you're just thinking, oh, okay, it must just be a joke. But no, you know what you gotta do? You gotta ask yourself, will you say something like that to them? Do you get it? Would you have delivered it like that to them? Would you? If the answer is no, then you've got to be careful with that, because there's an intention behind what they're saying and how they're saying it. My suggestion is you just, stay away from them type of people. And if you can't avoid them, then, just keep it short. Keep the conversation short, like hi and bye. And, you just keep it moving, because you got to be very careful with those sort of people. They're like energy vampires. Like, they want to get a reaction out of you. Do you get it? They want to say something where they're looking at you and seeing that it's affecting you. Let's say, for example, if they're jobless as well, and you've got an interview for a job, so you're thinking, yeah, you know what, when I get this, you're thinking in your head, when I get this job, I'm gonna, help my friend out or help my family member out, I'm gonna take them out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So all of this is already in your head while you're preparing for the interview. You're thinking, yeah, like, I gotta get this. And these times, because they're already jealous and they already hate you, like, they've got this hate inside for you, they're praying, they're hoping that you don't even get that job. This is how messed up it is. It's like, you're thinking you're gonna help them when you get that job, and they're thinking, no, they don't even want you to get that job. And you getting that job is gonna be a bonus to them because you're gonna help them, but you not getting that job, it still leaves them in the same situation they're in. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, these people are just being evil. These people are just evil, and just, it's it doesn't even make sense why they'll hate. But that's just what it is. That's just one of the things where you just gotta be careful. Even though you're seeing it as something positive, and you're hoping that they're gonna see what's the light at the end of the tunnel. They're gonna see the path. They're gonna see that, if you get a job, then you're gonna possibly help them out, then to get, or even bring them in. To get what I'm saying? But they don't think like that. You see, jealous people, they don't think like that. Someone hating on you, people being jealous of you, it's not necessarily because of, like, who you are. It's not, or what they see you have. It's not really that. It's more of most of the time it's more to do with how others see you. Do you get it? How other people like you and how you make other people feel. Do you get it? What God sees when he sees you, how when God blesses you. You see all of them stuff there, that's what drives haters and jealous people crazy. Do you get it? If you was just alone somewhere in a desert, that's what they want, like, because they know you can't really affect anyone. But if you're somewhere where you make people feel good, you're enlightening people, teaching people, loving people, and people are loving you back and showing you love, and as soon as people start showing interest and you're making people feel good, that's what they hate, because they want other people to see whatever delusional thoughts that's in their head. They want people to they want to be able to project that to people. They want people to see you the way they see you. But it's like, even if you're kind to them, even if you show them love, they don't care, because they already got this result in their head that's so delusional of who you are, and they're just trying to spread it out to other people to make them see this delusion that's not even you. So it's like, so that's what you just got to remember. It's not necessarily of what you have. It's more to do with how you make others feel, and what people see when they look at you, and how other people feel about you. That's the most important thing that that makes them get even more jealous. And then if once God blesses you, then that's it. And most times we feel like, if I share this with this person, then maybe they're gonna see me in a different light. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe they're gonna see me different, and it's like you're almost trying to prove yourself to someone, and you shouldn't do that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if someone already got this what do you call it, what's the word, if they've already got this thought of who you are, like they already established it, like this is who this person is, it's not on you to change that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because once you try to change that, it's just, let's say for example, if they're jealous of you or they despise you, and you know this, and then you try and tell them something to make them change that perspective of you, it's only going to make the hate even worse. Do you get what I'm saying? It's only going to make things worse. Like, if someone doesn't like you and is jealous of you, and then you're trying to bring him good news about your life, something that's gone on, they're going to be boiling inside. They're going to, if they can delete you and get away with it, trust me, they'll do it there and then. So you just got to be careful with that and read the energy. So in Genesis 37, it's the story of Joseph, and basically he gifted his father with a special coat, and that was enough to obviously he shared his dream to his brothers, and they were plotting to get rid of him. But the bit I want to speak about right now is the bit where he gifted his father with a special coat. I think it says the coat of many colors. And all his brothers had to do, because they were getting jealous, they were hating, and it's like, all his brothers had to do was, they can get their own gift and bring it to the father, but they'd rather hate. And one thing I realized about a hater is, what did I write down? As I was reading the story of Joseph, one thing I wrote down about a hater is, a hater dislikes the idea of taking time and putting in the work themselves to serve others without expecting anything in return. Because with them, it's more about what can they get out of this. Haters, jealous people, they don't like serving, they don't like doing things for other people. They just want what you have. No, not even that, they don't want you to have what you have. And that's basically it. They might not even want it for themselves, but they definitely don't want you to have it. And another thing is, like I said on the note, they don't like to put in the work themselves, especially if there's no guarantee that they're going to get anything out of it. To them, that's a waste of time. So they'll rather just, it's funny because they won't waste their time to put in the work, but they'll waste their time to speak about other people, to spread rumors, or to talk about what you might have and how they think you got it. Do you get what I'm saying? They'll spend all that time speaking your name, talking about you, but they can't even spend that same time to put in their own work and get a result. And that's the meaning of a hater. That's a description of a hater. One of the key things that God told us to do is we have to serve others. You get it? We're in this world, one of the things we have to do is serve others without even expecting anything in return. That's what Christ did, and the Bible tells us to be Christ-like. So one of the things you have to do is serve others, and that's what a lot of people find hard to do. And one of the reasons why they find it hard is because they're more afraid, they're more like they care too much about what other people think, because we do live in a society where, you know, if you're going around and helping people and serving people, and, you know, serving is to, you know, do things for people. By that's what I mean. And you're out there doing things for people, then people see that as, oh yeah, they're a nerd, or they're stupid, or you got stupid written on your forehead. But what they don't understand is that's one of the things that God told us to do. And the more you do that, obviously you're pleasing God, and that's what it's all about. You get it? God's got you. Once you're serving, the more serving you're doing, God's like, yeah, like, I've got you. But the more that God says, yeah, I've got you, to the world, everyone else, they'll hate, because they're just thinking like, where is this person getting this energy from to be serving and helping other people and not caring what other people think? Do you get it? Once you don't care what other people think, and you're trying to be righteous and trying to serve, then the people who are greedy, jealous, bad mind, evil-minded, those people are gonna hate on you simply because of your serving, the energy that you're putting out. They're gonna hate. And that's just what happened to Jesus when he came. Yeshua, when he came, he was like, yeah, he was out there, spreading the gospel and helping where he needed healing and doing this and that. And what did the others do? They hated, and they ended up, deleting them. So that's just what happens. And as a chosen one, or as someone who's got a good heart and got a relationship with God, and you're trying to serve and help out other people, you just got to realize that you're just gonna naturally, like, people are just gonna hate on you regardless. And sometimes you might feel like, something is just not right. Every time you're around this person or this group of people, you can just feel it. It's like your energy is just tugging away at you. He's just trying to tell you that something's not right. Like, this person never says anything nice to you, never says anything good, not only about you, to you, but also to other people. Doesn't say anything good about other people. It's always, some sly comments. And, you don't feel right within you every time you speak to this person or you're around them. So you got to realize as well, in a way, that's God's trying to tell you something. Do you get what I'm saying? That you got to really be careful with who you're around. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because you don't know what's going on, what they're saying about you behind closed doors. Do like in verse 19, Joseph's brothers, they were plotting to kill him when they knew he couldn't hear him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, when they saw him, from far, they were already speaking about and plotting what they're going to do, what they plan to do to him. Do you get it? So only God knows what's going on behind closed doors. If you was able to hear half of the stuff, even a little fraction of what, people that you might call your friends and families and your colleagues, what they might be saying about you behind closed doors, trust me, you'll catch a heartache. So you just gotta sometimes trust, your gut feeling when it's trying to warn you about certain things, because like I said, you don't know what's being said about you behind closed doors. Like in verse 20, the brothers grew tired of Joseph's blessing. They were prepared to kill him over something that hasn't even happened yet. Imagine that. Like, they're ready to delete you over something you don't even have yet, over something that you believe in, over a dream that God's given you, over a vision, over something that you're heading towards. Do you get it? Like many of us, we might be looking around and thinking, you know what, I'm not happy with my life. Do you get it? I wanna be better. I wanna do better. So you wake up and you're like, you know what? You start taking them steps to, you know, towards the life that you want. And certain people, once they see that you're trying to make that move, you're trying to take that step, they start hating, they start getting jealous, they start getting, they don't like it. And you've got to think to yourself, like, I'm trying to better myself. Why is it that someone won't like when I'm trying, the idea of me trying to better myself? A real friend or family or whatever, they will encourage you. But you got to watch out for those that they're not trying to encourage you from the get-go, because they feel as though, in a way, that if you take these steps, then you're going to be better than them. But it's not that. You're not looking at it as that. You're just looking at it as, look, this is my lane and I'm just trying to better my life. And it's up to you what you do. You get it? You don't even look down on people. You're just trying to stay in your lane and go, because, you've got a good heart and you understand that, everyone's time will come. But when someone's jealous and someone's a hater and them things there, they feel threatened by the moves that you're making, because they can't, they can, but they feel like they can't do that themselves. Or not even that, they don't want to make the change. They don't want to do that themselves. And just because of that, now they want to hate, because they feel like if they show you hate and don't help you and things like that, then they feel like you're going to feel discouraged and you're going to step back and you're going to be in that same position that they're in and be around that same environment that they're in. Enemies of progress. That's what they are. On verse 23, it says, they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors. And that's basically, the special coat that he had. That's one of the first things that they did, was to strip him off that coat. And when I read that passage, I was thinking, like, why did they do that? And I felt in me that, the Spirit was confirming to me that that's what, it's because they were jealous. That's one of the things that they were jealous of him for. And it wasn't because, it's not really about the coat. It's about how the coat made him feel. Do you get it? So, you might have something in your life, for some of us, it might be your wife, it might be your husband, it might be your kids, it might be your talent, it might be your job, it could be a car, it could be anything that's in your life that you cherish, that makes you feel like you're on top of the world, let's say. And haters and jealous people, when they see that, it's not about, like, let's say, for example, the way you are with your children. It's not about that. They're not hating or jealous because they want to have children or they wish they had they wish they had kids like yours. It's not really, that's not the main cause of the problem. The main cause of the problem, which makes them get jealous, is how your kids make you feel. Do you get it? How they put a smile on your face. You can book a holiday to go with your kids and you're there taking pictures, or you can go to to an attraction. You can be just a weekend away with your family, and you're there posting, a video or pictures of you and your family, and you're smiling, and that's the bit that they're jealous of. Do you get it? It's the smile, it's the way you're smiling, the way your kids make you smile, the way your car makes you look. Do you get it? The way your job, opens up these doors for you financially, for you to be able to afford certain things. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the bit that they hate. So when I look at the Joseph story, where they stripped him off his coat, as one of the first things that they did when they saw him, it was because, they hated, they despised the way that coat made him feel. Do you get it? Because it made him feel like, I'm the only one that's got this coat. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's that's the main thing that these haters and these jealous people despise about you. It's not necessarily the item, the object, or the people that you're with. It's more of the feeling, because that's something that they can't get. Do you get it? They wish if they could take that smile off your face. Do you get what I'm saying? And the one way they can take that feeling off you, or that smile off your face, is if they rip off that coat off you, which is turn your family against you, which is spread rumors at your workplace so that you can lose that job, which is, pray that you have a car crash so you can lose that car. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, just things like that. That's why it's just so evil. Like, these people are evil, and it's always best to just stay away from them. It's not your fault if you post something and they're hating. That's cool. Do you get it? But you're not, at least you haven't got a relationship with them where they can come and sit in your car or come on holiday with your family and be able to ring you and find out how it's going. That's why you gotta dead those sort of relationships and stay far away from them. So you just leave them. They could just hate from when they look at you on the screen or when they hear about you, and that's it. And one of the other reason that I got was, for them stripping him off his coat of many colors. That was one of the first things that they did, is because I compare that to a hater or, someone that's jealous of you. One of the first things that they want to do is they want to destroy what you are known for. See, Joseph got that jacket, he got that coat. I think he gifted it to his dad, and his father liked it. Do you get it? So that's what he was known for. One of the things he was known for giving him that gift. And one of the things he was known for having that coat of many colors and walking around with it. Do you get it? So whatever you're known for, it could be, like I said, it could be your company, it could be your talent, it could be anything that you're doing. It could be your profession, it could be you do it so well that people know you for it. And that's one of the first things that your hater or someone that's jealous of you, that's one of the first things that they're gonna attack, is what you're known to be good for. Do you get it? So watch out. Some people might even ring you and be like, yeah, I heard about your business, I want to use, I want you to do this for us. Not because they like your business or they actually want to like use you for your business, but it's mainly because they want to get close, use your business, and then, or if, let's say for example, if you work in the industry of fashion and you're a designer, so one of your friends might ring you up and be like, look, I want you to design this for me. Do you get it? And with the intentions of, they've got the intentions of, yes, when you're going to design it for them, they're going to say that it's got all these faults. They're going to try and, just create problems with you, arguments, so that they can go to other people and tell them about how much of a bad service that they received from your business. Do you get it? So that's that's one of the moves that they will do. So you just got to be careful with these things. Some people are coming to you not just to support your business, but they're actually coming just so that they can get close, and then they can tell other people a different side of your business, just so they can tarnish your name. Because that's what it was with the Joseph and the coat. They hated him so much that they ripped off the coat first, because they wanted to rip off what other people know him for, what represents him. So if a hater or a jealous person is coming to you, that's one of the first things that they're gonna do, is try and get close so that they can tarnish your name, so that they can have everyone, because it's all about trying to make other people see you the same way that they see you, in this delusional mind of theirs. So one of the ways that they have to do it is they have to give you a bad name. They have to tarnish your name to other people. In verse 24 to 28, Joseph's brothers threw him into an empty pit that had no water. And it's like, and then they gathered round, I think they sat there and they ate while he was down there literally starving. And it just goes to show how evil these people's mindset is. It's like, they'll rather, like, first of all, they had to make sure to throw him in a pit that had no water. And the joke thing is that I'm thinking in my head is like, if that pit had water, I really doubt that they would have put him in there, because there would have been a chance of him. No, not because, oh yeah, we can't put him in a pit full of water because he might drown. No, these haters, they don't think like that. They're more concerned about, if we put him in a pit where there's if there's some water in there, he's gonna have something to drink. Do you get it? So it's like, they're so evil that they had to make sure it was empty so that they want you to starve, they want you to be thirsty, starve, and he was probably there begging, for mercy, begging them not to, even though he didn't even do nothing. It's like that's what your haters and jealous people, they want to put you in that situation where, you know what, if they can delete you themselves and get away with it, then they would have done that long time. But because they can't, so what they have to do now, they have to place you in a situation where you're gonna starve, be thirsty, and be begging for mercy to get it. And it's basically watching you rot away. And the fact that Joseph was down there starving and them that were up there eating and, laughing, it just shows that, that's just how evil these people are. They wanna party, they'll be happy while you're down. That's why I said from the beginning, once you spot something, you just need to be able to, move yourself away from certain people, because when they get close to you, the close like that, those were his own brothers. You get it? They were close enough to be able to throw him in an empty pit. So, and to watch him rot away, it's like they couldn't even kill him. They couldn't even delete him themselves. They had to put him somewhere where he'll just rot away. They just want you to get to the part where you have nothing and nobody, because that's why he was in a pit. He had nothing and nobody apart from them, and it's all like they want to. It's a form of control. You get it? They want to be the ones. They want to feel like they're the ones in charge by placing him down there and leaving him in a situation that he's in. And the saddest part about it is as well, they want your haters and people who are jealous of you. They don't want to miss it. They want to have the front row seats to see you fall. That's why Joseph's brothers were there, sitting right there while he was down there, and they were eating and probably laughing. They were having front row seats and making sure that you was gonna fall. To get it? They were making sure, and they were all speaking about it. So it's the same thing with the Joseph thing. They were making sure that he's down there. They're where their eyes can see him rot. And not everyone that's around you at the moment want good for you. Do you get it? Some people are just trying to stay close. They're just trying to stick around, close enough so that they can just see you make that fall and see you stay down. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what happened with the Joseph situation. His brothers, they didn't just leave him in an empty pit with no water and leave. No, they made sure that they stood there. They made sure that they was around. They even sat down and ate. Do you get what I'm saying? To make sure that if anyone else comes and tries to help Joseph, they'll be like, no, there's no one there. He's good. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why some people choose to stay close. It's not because they want to support you. It's because they want to be the only support, but they want to be in that control. They want to have that control where even though they know that they can help you, they're choosing not to. Do you get what I'm saying? And they're just trying to make sure that no one else can get close enough to help you. Do you get it? So you just got to be careful of the people that you're around. Like, these people are so sad. Like, the way they think is so sad. Like, they'll make sure that, not that they'll just sit back. Some of them will sit back and make sure that they watch you falling and make sure that you stay down. But there's some people that will actually come and they'll take part in your fall. They'll take part in making sure that you stay down. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like that's their role. It's like as long as they play that role, it makes them feel good. Do you get it? They can't even focus on their own life. They just focused on your life and making sure that you don't prosper in life. So they will make sure that they play their role. But what they don't understand is God is the director. Do you get it? He's the one that's directing your life. Yes, you might have a few falls here and there, but it's cool. Do you get it? God already knows the ending. He's the director, so he knows the beginning, the middle, and the ending of your life. So you're the one that's gonna have the last laugh anyway, because these people, they're just actors. They're just playing the role of an actor, and that's it. And if you watch a movie, everyone that watches movies, you know that actors are just there to play a specific role for a specific time. To get it? And the main actor, always, always prospers in the end, even if they die, but they leave a legacy even if they die. So you just got to realize that God is the director of your life, and that's the person you need to focus on. And everyone else who's giving you, bad energy, bad vibe, who never has anything good to say, who doesn't encourage you, who doesn't help you with anything, and it's just plain jealousy, envy and hate, those are the people you need to make sure that you stay away from, because it's not going to get any better. Do you get it? So my name's Forever Blessed Chris, and this has been Chris Speaks, and I hope that today's message has helped you out in a way. And just please make sure that you share the video, and make sure you press the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And to my returning subscribers, I love you, and just remember that Jesus, Yeshua, loves you even more. And I'll see you on my next video.